Yeah, tell them I'll be right there. Yeah. Yeah, tell them I'll be right there. Grab me that coffee too. Yeah, I'm about to start the space. Yeah, the market's opening soon, so I have to get this out before the market opens. You know how Citadel works. How many times do I have to explain it? We got to make sure we scare the shit out of these people before the market opens. They need to position themselves. All right, cool. Listen, I'll talk to you later, all right? I got to start this thing. Cool. Bye. All right. Hey, everyone. It's Martin Shkreli here. Ready to talk about GameStop. I think this stock's overvalued. I don't get it. I don't know why people are interested in this thing. Pretty obvious case of mania. I think you want to avoid cases like this where there's a lot of mania. Company is shrinking, not profitable, no prospects for growth. Why would you want to buy this stock? Plenty of other interesting companies to buy. Doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Maybe one of you guys want to step up, explain yourself, because I don't get it. Why would you want to throw your money away? There's so many stocks, so many better stocks to buy. So somebody want to come up here, join the hater hotline, so I can roast you a little bit. Don't be shy. Y'all had a lot of energy last night. Roasted about 20 of you last night. Roasted. Grilled ya. Grill pieced. Okay, here we go. Here's somebody. Yeah, hello? Hello? Volney, where you at? All right. Try again later. Chris, you're on the air. What's up, man? Chris.
Oh, here we go. No, I finally figured out my mute button. Only been doing this for 20 years.
What's up, man?
Hey, yeah. So I'm kind of in agreement. So it's a little boring, but I guess the question on this whole GME thing is, how do you make money on it? I mean, is short risk huge on this? What's your perspective?
I think you can short it, but ultimately, I think your point is a good one. There isn't a great way to make money on it. It's not so stupendously overvalued that it's like, a layup. I mean, I think it's pretty overvalued, but I also think that it'll stay overvalued. So, honestly, it's just a stock to ignore. And I think, part of investing is finding a bargain, and big part of that is avoiding tying up your capital in something that's not a bargain, right? Because if you end up putting all your money in a stock that's going nowhere, which is probably the best case scenario for GameStop, then you're avoiding potentially doubling your money in something else. There's a company I mentioned called United Therapeutics. They are the same market cap as GameStop, but they're profitable. They're going to make $1 billion this year. Why would you buy a company that's unprofitable? A lot of people say, oh, well, GameStop has a lot of prospects because management is good. Cool. But the company has $2 billion in cash, and it's trading for $10 billion. If you put money in a VC firm or private equity firm, you put $2 billion in, they don't value it at $10 billion until they actually make the investments that make it worth $10 billion, right? So if I started a $2 billion fund, and I didn't make any investments, I couldn't sell that fund for $10 billion. Doesn't make sense.
Yeah, huge roulette wheel. Are you waiting for them to find something new? Absolutely.
Yeah, and why would you pay the $10 billion price until they've actually done it? Right? It doesn't make a lot of sense. So I feel like it's, just bad investing.
Gotcha. So, but shorting it, like you said, is not
I don't
it's
think
not so bad where you feel comfortable doing that.
I mean, I think I'm comfortable, but I think you can't make a huge position. I think 50 basis points, 1%, that type of range.
Gotcha.
Not
All
all
right,
in.
great. Hey, you're the man. Been watching your stuff for a while.
Thanks
Love
a
it.
lot.
Thank you, sir.
Appreciate it.
Hey, Martin, I got a few questions. The first one is, how likely do you think it is that this guy was staked by a VC or some private equity or something like that, basically saying, hey, we're going to give you 200 mil. You go do these tweets, these posts, this shit like that, and we'll split 50-50, whatever happens.
Yeah, I mean, if that's the case, good for him. I don't blame him. I always like people making money. It's a little weird, obviously.
Do you think that's the case, or do you think he somehow came out of the last run with 200 million?
No, I mean, I don't overthink. I've learned over many years of investing not to overthink other people's positions. When I started investing, all I cared about was what was SAC doing, what was all the big hedge funds, Citadel doing, what's Millennium doing. And I used to track every guy at every one of these firms and really try to understand what was in their head. And over years and years, I realized it didn't matter. The only thing that matters is my investment and what I think. Can you go on mute real quick? Because your typing is.
Oh, sorry.
Hurting my ear. So I think that, caring about what other people are doing in the stock market is not going to help you very much, when you could be spending your time learning about a new company. For example, like all the companies that, are worth that amount of money in that space. Let me open Bloomberg up and see what companies are worth roughly, that market cap, and ask yourself, are those better bargains? And I think very, very few people have done any homework here. Is it too much to go on mute, or do you want to?
Oh.
Okay. Yeah, very, very few people here have actually done that kind of homework because they're being intellectually dishonest. If you've actually looked at 500 stocks that are worth around 10 billion and you said, this is the best 10 billion market cap stock for my money, then God bless you, good luck. But if you haven't done that, why do you care about this one? Is it possible that you've been misled into looking at a company that really isn't that interesting for a stupid reason, for like a psychological reason? That seems to me why you would pick this one stock out of potentially thousands of investable stocks. So, as a screen for, a market cap between 5 and 10 billion, that's in retail, I guess maybe 5 and 15 billion.
So one other, I guess, thought about this. So this guy has a fuck ton of calls, right? I'm just kind of curious
this guy, who cares?
Yeah, but what happens, I guess, is the end of the day if there's not enough buyers for his calls and he doesn't have the cash to execute those contracts, right? Because
at the end of the day, it really is not going to make a difference. What's going to make a difference is this a company that's going to last the test of time, or is this a company that is going nowhere? And yeah, I mean, look, in the short term, all this trading is interesting and important and this and that, but it really is not going to matter. I think the guy, for all I care, he can get arrested tomorrow, right? Like it doesn't really make that much of a difference. So let me give you an example of what I was talking about a second ago. There's a company called Bath and Body Works, BBWI. Okay, so their market cap is 12 billion. Okay, GameStop is 10 billion. So BBWI and BBWI last quarter, this is ridiculous. Just last year, they made $1 billion. Okay, so that's normal. If you're going to pay 10 billion market cap for a company, they should be making around $1 billion, maybe 500 mil to $1 billion. So why would you buy GameStop versus Bath and Body Works? There's no real sense in this, right? Like when I try to find a company to buy, I'm looking for a bargain. I'm looking for a company that's making money. GameStop's not making money. So they have a big road that they have to travel to become profitable. When there's this company, BBWI, it's the first one I looked at, and it's profitable. They have a little more revenue than GameStop. They have $7 billion, and they have quite a lot of EBITDA, around $2 billion. You know, why would you ever buy GameStop over this stock? You know, it's a company that's growing-ish compared to GameStop, which is shrinking. 4 years ago, revenue's up from 3 or 4 years ago. Last year was down slightly, but it's still up quite a bit over the years, and they're projected to grow a little bit as well. It's a real company that makes money. You know, why pay $10 billion for something that doesn't? Again, imagine you're in a shopping cart in a supermarket. You've got your shopping cart, and you're looking to buy different companies. The same way you're buying cereal or you're buying something like that. I mean, you wouldn't look at the cereal box and say, I want to buy this for $50.
Well, it isn't the argument here that for all the GME shills and things like that, they're saying, oh, this is going to be the next $1 trillion company. And of course, it's divorced from fucking reality. But, you know, market caps aren't always based on how much money they made last quarter. Like, look at Intel and things along those lines. It's based also on where could it go, things along those lines. And these guys have, so why buy GME? It's because there's a fucking gigantic swarm of well-regarded individuals behind it that are pumping it nonstop that you don't have with other stocks, right?
That's a great opportunity to short. You know, I mean, that's like a fantastic, you know, thing that, you know, there's people at the poker table that don't know what they're doing. That's the kind of poker that I like to play. Another $10 billion company is the Gap. Gap's profitable. Gap makes money. Again, you know, in the long run, this stuff matters a lot. You know, you mentioned Intel. Look at NVIDIA. You know, NVIDIA earnings are real. They're growing fast. Intel, not so much. One company is worth 10x the other one. And it's because of revenue and earnings outlook. You know, I don't know how you make a game hardware retailer grow all of a sudden.
Well, to be clear, isn't it almost 20x the difference between NVIDIA and Intel? Sure. And then if you look at last year, their gross revenue was mostly the same. So it's all about growth, hype, and how big it will be, right?
Yeah, growth. One's growing really fast. One has, super fast growth. The other one doesn't. Right? I mean, growth and risk are basically the two things the market prices. And
let me ask you. I'm just a curious question for myself. When it comes to shorting, obviously these people like to go off and off about the shorts have to close and things like that. Can you explain to me why would institutions or funds or anything ever choose to short when they can instead be buying puts? Because it seems like there's a tremendous amount more risk there than there is of just going and doing a full short.
Well, buying puts is, you know, you're making a bunch of trade-offs. You're trading off the calendar. So if you're off by 1 day and your put expires, you lose your protection. You're also paying premia. You're also trying to define your risk relative to a certain price. So all those things are trade-offs that you don't make when you're short. So they're expensive trade-offs that, you know, your preference could be one or the other. You can also sell calls. So I think if you have a directional or vol opinion or calendar opinion, you can certainly express those. I think most people have a hard time doing that. So, you know, I think shorting stock is perfectly fine. You know, that there was a once in a lifetime, you know, kind of crazy thing that happened with Melvin trying to short it. I think those days are over. They're not coming back. I think these ultra squeezes are, you know, a weird phenomenon that, you know, sort of a weird ZERP COVID phenomenon that's just not coming back.
Well, I mean, we did see one of them recently soon. It's just, I think it's probably difficult to predict, like with FFIE, total shit company, going to be bankrupt soon, if not already. And then it had the same squeeze effect on that.
Yeah, I don't know that one.
Why do you hate GameStop for? Like, why do you hate it?
I don't hate it. I
It
just
says
think
hater on top, the title.
Yeah, I'm looking for haters. You a hater?
No, I don't hate it. Why would I hate a
You
company?
hate me? I'm looking for haters.
Oh,
So,
for you? Yeah, of course. I don't like you.
yeah, why?
Not really. I mean, bro, you were in jail for a reason, dude. You were in there for no reason.
What reason was that?
Go look. You're gonna ask me why you were in jail, dude?
Why? I just want to know if you know why.
For me, the point is you were in jail, dude. It's not for an ethical reason. It's not for a good reason.
So what?
For a bad reason.
You hate all people who went to jail?
No, but you're not a good person if you're in jail, right?
I think that's up to you, right? It's your choice. It's not.
That's up to the justice system, bro. Like you were found guilty and you went to jail for it, so you're not really a good guy either way to start off.
You know, just to be clear, Rosa Parks went to jail. You know.
Yeah, I mean, so what's up? What do you think about GameStop?
So let me ask you.
Go ahead. Hello? Hello? Anybody home?
I'm home.
You can hear me now? Yeah, are you short GameStop? You said you're short GameStop?
I am not short GameStop. I'm finna short it.
Why not?
Finna short it.
Okay, so why don't you?
I will.
You're very bearish. You're opening up all these space calls on something that you're not even short on. Makes no reason, no sense. Yeah, but if I open up like 2, 3, 4 different space calls and start losing my mind on something like that I'm not invested in, isn't it weird?
I mean,
like I'm not gonna talk about something that I don't have any. So what's the point? Why are you talking about something that you have no stake in, no money in?
I'm an expert.
You don't have the balls to have a stake in a company in a position, but yeah, you want to talk about it? It's kind of weird, dude.
Explain. I'm an expert in investing. You're a rookie at investing.
Okay, I'm a rookie. You're a rookie too because you don't have $200+ million from 50,000 like RoaringKitty. RoaringKitty took 50,000. Now he turned 50,000 to 300 million. Yeah, you think you're better than him?
Happy for him.
I don't know, bro. You don't have really a track record.
I do have a track record.
Compare.
Track record.
That you took 50,000 and turned it to 300 million or anything similar to that? I don't think so, bro. If anything, RoaringKitty, he just took 210 million. He made another 89 million on top of that. That's a track record. That's a good investment. I might be a rookie. I'm gonna 100% admit that I'm a rookie, but I'm not like you lying to the world saying that you're some professional investor. You know who's a professional investor? Go look at RoaringKitty. My dude turned 50,000 to 300 million in 5 years. What'd you do? You went to jail within that 5 years, bro. That's pretty embarrassing if you ask me. He's not a professional. All right, I'm done. I don't really got nothing to say to you, bro. If you want to short it, go ahead, short it, bro. It doesn't really bother me, but it bothers you that I'm long. It doesn't bother me at all. You want to lose your money, that's fine. He's not a professional. He never worked on Wall Street. I have a track record. I have made hundreds of millions of dollars trading stocks. I built $1 billion. Oh yeah, and you also went to jail for it, dude. Okay. People go to jail sometimes. It's. Yeah, but you see, he's not going to jail. He makes his money. You stay on mute. You understand? He paid more money than you, and he didn't go to jail. You stay on mute until I'm done. All right, and then you can talk. I'm gonna let you talk too. Yeah, look, I'm not here to measure dicks. There are people richer than both of us. You can decide that I'm credible, not credible, totally fine. What the guy's done is impressive. Hand it to him. I think it's a bad investment. I think it's overvalued. You got to short it then. I don't have to do anything. Well, then why are you even talking about it? Talk about whatever the fuck I want, dude. And don't fucking raise your voice. Yeah, but it's weird. Don't ever raise your voice at me again. You understand? I'm not even raising my voice. I'm raise your voice at me again. Who's next? You're making me turn to the old me. You're making me turn to the old me, bro. It's not cool. Who's next? Nick. Speaker forever hold your peace. Nick. Wake up, Nick.
Yo, I just got some quick shit to say. I'm a GameStop hater.
Okay.
The $933 million of share issuance was pretty insane to me. It was even
They need the extra Billy.
Needed that extra Billy. And the thing is, they're going to do it again because the business model is failing. It's way better to buy games online, and the GameStop NFT marketplace that they tried to launch because they're trying to build this digital platform, but it's trash. Nobody uses it. Most people are shocked when I tell them they have a GameStop NFT platform.
They had made an NFT platform at the top where the biggest NFT platforms weren't making any money or were worthless. Nobody trades NFTs anymore. They never will again. And this management team said, this is the future. This is what's going to get us out of poverty. This is what's going to get us out of this shit show that we're in, NFTs. And it was sad. It didn't work. So what's plan B? What's plan B? Mac, Nick, what's up? You got to talk. You got to say something, man. Speaker bounce. Get me real heated up in here. Real turned. Mac. Crypto. One of you fools. Say something.
Hey.
So, me, John.
What's up, Martin? I'm a GameStop hater too, so. But hey, there's always a greater fool.
That is the theory.
There is no top.
All right, Chris, Akal, Crypto, when you guys have something to say that shit to my face. Yeah, what's up, Crypto? What's up? I see you talking.
What's up? Yeah, so I mean, to me, it just seems like this is a symptom of where we're at in kind of overall society culture. There's no system that exists that's worth putting money into. Our aerospace and defense companies are basically crumbling.
Okay.
They're BS, full of DEI hires.
All right. Alex Jones, what's up?
And no, I'm very the reason I'm interested in it is because of all of the elements of the conspiracy theory, and so I think that's definitely what is capturing everybody's attention with this.
Some people, yeah. It's the dumber people in society that believe in astrology and conspiracy theories, that 9/11 was an inside job and stuff like that, and the dumber people in society will quickly lose their money, and that seems to be what's happening here. Charlemagne, maybe.
Yeah, hey Martin, what's up? It's Charlemagne.
What's up, Charlemagne the God? What's good?
The French Charlemagne.
One at a time. Chris, do you want to say something?
Yes. So I know that the trade about GM.
Is there currently a bomb going off where you're at?
A bomb?
That's his blinker. He's in his car.
It sounded like a ticking.
Yeah, his blinker's ticking.
I know.
Is the audio good now?
Yeah, it's fine. What's up, Chris?
Okay, so I think it's just more about momentum, more like what people think about a particular business, more like people trying to catch a cloud. It's not necessarily an informed decision. It's more like a gamble, really, when you have a lot of people trying to.
Exactly what I'm saying. I think a lot of people are gambling, and I think that maybe they shouldn't be gambling. Thanks a lot for calling. Your mic's a little too fucked to keep going. Chris, Crypto, Charles, anybody, what's up?
Do you think it's a gamble though, or do you think these people are just like trading attention?
It's a bad gamble, but it's a gamble, yeah.
I mean, like the way I see it, GME stock is sort of a proxy for the attention RoaringKitty is getting, right? And like we live in the age of attention, you know.
Why does that make sense?
It makes sense.
I buy stocks for income.
Yeah, I mean, but like the thing is, like you're assuming the market is rational. It's not rational. Definitely now.
Around the market, right?
Yeah, like so it's irrational, and like a lot of these apes that
in the long run, the market is rational.
Yeah, in the long run, but like we're talking about the short.
I don't care about today or tomorrow. If you care about today or tomorrow, I wish you luck. Try to get the, trades in the market better than the next guy.
I mean, that's a fair point, right? But these guys that are buying this stock don't give a fuck about the long run.
Okay,
they're buying it because they know.
That's great. Let them not care. I care. I in the long run, Microsoft is the biggest company because they have the most earnings. Berkshire Hathaway is the biggest company because they have the most earnings. GameStop's not the biggest company because they have no earnings. And, that's just what's going to happen over the long run. I don't know when it's going to happen. Sometimes the market is efficient all of a sudden. Sometimes the market's inefficient for a long time. But I trust that the market's going to be efficient. And, a bunch of people who are buying because some retard's buying it doesn't make me, more likely to buy it or less likely. Who cares?
Okay, I have a question though, related to his trade. How do you think he got the funds to open such a massive position?
Who cares? Every stock in the stock market has a stock owner, right? So there are 351 million shares of GameStop, right? At any point, every single one of those shares is owned by somebody. Sometimes they're owned by guy A, sometimes they're owned by guy B. But when guy A sells some to guy B, I don't care. The only people that own this stock, by the way, are index funds. There's nobody out there bullish on this stock other than retail. They're big shareholders: Vanguard, BlackRock, State Street, Geode, all index funds.
I mean, my question is more specifically, obviously someone funded him the money, a lot of money.
Who cares? Make that trade. What difference does it make?
No, but these okay, so the normal people buying these GameStop.
You're thinking way too hard about this stupidity.
I'm not really thinking. I'm just trying to rationalize why a fund would think it was a good trade, because they're supposed to be the rational actors.
It's a $10 billion company. You're worried about some tiny trade somebody put on.
I mean, it's a fair point. It's a $10 billion company after the ship posting.
You're looking at the pimple on the dog. The dog is what we're worried about. Is this going to be a company a year from now, 2 years from now that makes money? That's what's going to matter. We'll all forget about this. The same way we forgot about the last time this happened.
Hello, Martin. How you doing, gamer?
What's up, man?
Hey, I'm a GME hater, all right? I just wanted to call in. Remind everybody, all right? They fucked up my Metal Gear Rising Revengeance pre-order, and I've been a hater ever since. If you're not going to be good at what you do, then don't do it at all. I hope the company fucking fails. I hope it goes down in flames.
Dang.
And I do not like it when we have a serious, honest system that is supposed to be set up to predict the futures of companies.
Dang.
And people, the poors, all right, wish to take advantage of the dog and pony show and try to earn a quick buck while also undermining the entirety of the system.
Damn,
that's all.
Hateful. Damn, that's hateful.
Yeah, I'm a hateful guy. But you know what? I do love Dan. There's this really good guy called Dan. He's great. You should have him on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hell right there. Thank you for hating.
I mean, don't you think the system's pretty retarded though? You can hate the stock, but the system itself is also pretty shitty.
I mean, the idea of the freedom of speech is really important. However, every now and again, you're going to get a bunch of absolute fucking retards coming in saying the stupidest shit, which puts it in threaten. And I'd rather we don't do that if we can. And I'd at least be able to reserve the right to point out when people are abusing some sort of system.
Well,
I mean, if they're the retards, wait, hold on. If they're the retards, why are the funds the ones losing billions of dollars?
The funds are not losing billions of dollars.
I mean, they did. They already have.
The funds are going to be minorly inconvenienced.
Citadel made a lot of money last year. What are you talking about?
Yeah, they made a lot of money on other trades, but they lost money on the GME trade.
Yeah, well, I make money and lose money on different things all the time, but
but we're not talking about different things. We're talking about GME.
No, we're talking about. You said funds lose money.
I said funds lost money on GME.
Sometimes, sure. That's fine, but like the fund isn't
No,
a bad fund.
he was saying GME traders are retarded, right? I am saying the majority of the people that lost money on GME, like a majority of the money lost on GME were the funds. So like logically, they are the retards in this case.
Because if you look at 2021 with the big squeeze, most of the volume happened at high prices and it just crashed. But most retail got wiped out, I think. I don't think any institutions are involved in the stock, to be honest.
I mean, my personal, I think both sides got fucked in the end, but I would say definitely retail won like over the funds in that first round. And like,
look, the only thing that matters is does your fund make money that year or not? You know, and GME didn't change the hedge fund industry.
I mean,
things like this are minor inconveniences.
Well, for Melvin, it was a very big inconvenience. But
yeah. I want to say it was a minor one. It was fucking making worldwide news about how much money these guys are losing.
Yeah, but it
so I want to say it was minor.
The average hedge fund didn't give a shit. So, I mean, it was worldwide news.
True. Thanks for having me on, Martin. Much love, gamer. Have a good one.
See you later.
Hey, Martin. Can you hear me?
Yeah, what's up?
Hey, I saw your tweet about the guy, if he's going to jail or not. Do you mind kind of expanding on that? Should he just like not sell as the stock runs up, or what do you think?
If I were him, I wouldn't trade the stock, because then I think I'd be in trouble for market manipulation. The government's very aggressive about making up laws, and here's where I'm on this dude's side way more than I am on the government side. I hate the government. I hate what they do to people. They can put anybody in jail for any reason, and it's wrong. However, there are laws, and there are a lot of laws. No matter how libertarian you are, you respect. You want laws like murder or rape to be prosecuted, but things like market manipulation, I think, are just bullshit laws. But the government, if he sells, I almost can guarantee you. Can you go on mute, dude? I don't want to hear you typing.
Oh, sorry.
If he sells, I can almost guarantee you he's going to get indicted. Now, whether he gets convicted or not is another story, because this would be expansionist kind of law. There's two kinds of laws. You can enforce the law based on well-known principles, or you can try to expand the law by finding new conduct that you believe falls under the law and getting a judge to agree that this new conduct falls under the law, and hope that it survives appeal. This has happened. This is how law works in America. It's a case law system instead of the common law system. So anyway, if he sold his GME stock yesterday, he wouldn't want to be Keith Gill. I mean, I think there's a good argument to be made if you're the government. And again, Martin Shkreli would never make this argument. I'd rather die than make this argument because I hate the government and what they do. But I think those bastards would make the argument that, look, at the end of the day, the guy loaded up on a stock, did something that made the stock go up, and dumped it. I don't think he dumped it yesterday. I hope not. I hope he doesn't dump it tomorrow. But either way, if I'm the government, that indictment writes itself.
Wait, Martin, I have a question on that point.
Yeah.
How is that any different to some analyst or broker buying some stock, then going on fucking some TV show and saying, "Oh yeah, this stock is great"? How's that any different to what he's doing?
It's not different. If you do that, if you go on TV, promote a stock, and then dump it because it went up after promotion, I would argue that's pretty close to market manipulation. Again, I'm taking the government's perspective here. This is my most hated opponent. I am supporting Trump and hoping to dismantle the SEC and dismantle the regulatory and criminal justice state. But this is how these people think. They're crazy. They hate rich people. They hate successful people. They look at a guy like RoaringKitty and saying, no, we're not going to let him make this money. Can't let that happen. They're jerks. Now, look, I think it's an overvalued stock, but I wish the kid all the luck in the world making this money. I wish you guys all the luck in the world. I don't think it's going to happen, but it's not like a personal thing for me. I just look at it coldly and calmly and say, this company's fucking going nowhere.
You mind if I jump in here real quick? I don't know. I've been talking to this guy, Arya Tufanian. He started I'm Schmacked. He had a couple companies, and he talks about his experience with the FBI harassing him.
Yeah, they're lovely.
He had his company running well, he was making like $1 million a week, and then the feds investigated him, stopped his payment processing, and his company, he just couldn't process money. And they investigated him, they found him not guilty, and the company just shut down because it was down for like a couple months. Yep. And he's been harassed multiple times. Amex is harassing him now, and him sharing his experiences like so eye-opening. They really are. Like, I don't know. I mean, I don't have that much experience, but it's nasty.
I think that if they come after him, if I'm him, I'm avoiding every reason that they could come after. So it's okay to pump. It's okay to say, hey, I bought this stock and I love it, and let the world know. But it really, you have to agree a little bit that it's a little unfair if you do that. The stock goes up a lot, and you say, you know what, maybe this is a good time for me to take my money out.
No, totally reasonable.
You know, it's like, that's a little shady, you know? It's his right, but it's also kind of like asymmetrical. Like, if you pump it on the way up, you got to, like, tell people you know what, at this price, I might be selling a little bit. And the problem is with that options expire, and you got to put up the capital. And look, I don't know the guy, maybe he's got all the money in the world, but, you know, if he sells those options and doesn't exercise them, well, that's kind of what, you know, he did.
I mean, it's a stretch calling it manipulation. The guy was posting memes. You know,
I get it, but the stock had a pronounced. Again, you got to think about how these people think. They're really, if they can make an argument that sticks in front of a jury or a judge, they'll do it. And all they got to do is look at the jury and say, "Well, Your Honor, and members of the jury, what happened on that day? Was this just a meme? Or did the stock go up?" The stock did go up. Was that unusual? They got an expert witness. The expert witness, well, yeah, I've been in the markets 25 years, and obviously this is very unusual volume and price increase, and clearly this was a pronounced movement. And, you know, they excuse the witness. Thank you very much, Mr. Expert. And the jury's sitting there taking notes saying, okay, so this was, and these are people who don't know the markets, right? They're a jury of your peers. They're, you know, people who don't even have an investment account often. And they're sitting there saying, okay, price went up a lot. This guy said it was highly unusual. What made the price go up a lot? Well, this guy posted something and then went up a lot. Okay, and then he sold. Well, it certainly seems like he may have engineered this to go up so he could sell. And, you know, there it is, case proven. You know, the Feds win 99.6% of the time, 99.6. So I hope to God it doesn't happen. I would be out there picketing and protesting and urging President Trump, who I've started to develop a good relationship with, to pardon Keith Gill if anything would happen. Because it's ridiculous what they try to do to people. There are market manipulation charges have been brought recently against people. Zach Morris, who's not his real name, he was acquitted. His case was actually dropped. Good for him. And that limits market manipulation, hopefully, and hopefully kills it. I don't want this to happen to this guy, and I pray it doesn't. But if I'm him, I'm finding a way to exercise those calls. I'm not going to sell those calls. You know,
yeah,
I think
you cool if I add on here, Shkreli?
What's up?
Okay, so yeah, I 100% agree with you, bro. If he does anything other than holding to maturity, then he's fucking himself. His kind of checkmate card that he has here is holding to maturity, because all he's done in that sense is just announce that he owns $120 million worth of call options. And there's nothing illegal about that.
Yep.
So if he holds it to maturity, I mean, I think that's what I thought that's what his angle would be.
As long
if
as
he sells before, then he's fucked.
If you sell at maturity, that's not great. But let me address some haters real quick. I sound desperate. Listen, I don't give a flying fuck about GameStop, all right? I'm doing this as a service to you idiots who don't know anything about the stock market in an effort to help your dumb asses from losing all your money, chasing a fucking stock for no reason. That stock is down 7% right now, by the way. So you were 7% poorer because you're 7% stupider than me. And tomorrow, you might lose another 10% because your IQ is that much lower. Stop losing money. Stop being an idiot. Go find a real company with real growth prospects and get back to me later. I'm an entrepreneur. Let me finish. I'm an entrepreneur. I don't give a shit about this company. I'm not in retail. I'm not a retail expert. I'm a pharmaceutical expert and a software expert. I run a software company. It has nothing to fucking do with games. It has nothing to do with GameStop. I don't have any position in GameStop. Maybe I'll short $100,000 worth or something. It's not going to make a fucking difference to me or to you.
So there's no desperation. I don't give a fuck about this. Let it go to 200. Let it go to 2. It doesn't make a difference to me. I'm making a prediction. I hope my prediction's right, but I'm in no way interested in this. On a scale of 1 to 10, my life revolves around GameStop at a 2. Your life revolves around 10 because you don't know about risk management. You don't know about portfolio management. You don't know anything about investing. You think the stock could go up because it went up 4 years ago all of a sudden, and it's going up all of a sudden now. But look at the price. Look at the price, buddy. It's down about 10%. And you're sitting there doing what? Holding the big bag of losses. Why? Because you're arrogant. And you don't want to do the homework on all the other companies. I only have 5 minutes. Let's get some real haters up here. Let's have a hate-a-thon.
Let me jump in real quick. I think
we need some hate.
I'm gonna throw some hate. I think it's pretty pathetic. This wanting GameStop to go up. It's the same guys who bet on parlays. It's the same guys who aren't willing to start a business and.
That's the moment take. That's not even fucking hate. That's just the moment take.
Mr. Shkreli.
All right. I'll let you guys
let me.
Mr.
Shkreli.
What's up?
Hey, I just wanted to tell you, you won't hate? Why?
Bring some hate.
Okay, well, how about you go fuck yourself?
No, you first.
You're the one that's been in
jail.
You were
motherfucker. I went to jail for 5
that's right, baby. You
years.
were in jail. You were in jail.
You think you could talk to me like that
every night?
You
they
think you
take
could talk
pretty
to me
boys
like
you and
I
put
went
you
to
on your
jail
knees
for 5
and make you walk around and hold
years.
a pocket, baby. You were somebody's little bitch.
Hold on. I'm gonna let you talk in a second. But I did a 5-year bid. Stone cold years. 10 toes down. I ran the place, motherfucker. You understand me? I was a boss in the streets. I was a boss in prison. I'm a boss everywhere I go. Get that shit straight. Now, what do you got to say? Go ahead, Silverback. Unmute yourself. What's up?
No, you muted me because you walked around the yard toting somebody's pocket like the little bitch you are.
I know you watch the movies. I know you heard those terms, but you never done a real bid like a real person like me. All right?
Why do you keep muting me?
Because I can't have a conversation with you like that. You can talk after I talk. You don't know what it means to be human. You're a subhuman moron that has bought the worst stock in the world.
You were in Club Fed, motherfucker.
So what? So
you were in Club Fed.
So what? Trump's going there right now.
Now we're talking about Trump.
Well, you're talking about prison. A lot of real ones go to prison. A lot of us go. Lil Wayne, Kodak Black, Shkreli, Trump. That's the real ones.
I'm going to put it to you like this, buddy. If I seen you on the street, I could tell you right now.
Yeah.
You'd walk around holding my pocket.
Right. See, you know what? You know what? Come see me. 42nd Street in Lex. Ask about Shkreli. Ask the donut guy. Ask the cab drivers where's Shkreli at. They're gonna say, oh, he's over there. And you know what they're gonna do? They're gonna go. They're gonna call up. They're gonna say, hey, Shkreli, this guy's looking for you. Silverback. I told him the wrong place, but get your boys to come take care of him. That's what's gonna happen. Why? Because I run New York. You understand me? Wherever the fuck you're from, the podunk town you're from, fuck that town. I'm from New York City, baby. Born and bred, Brooklyn. What's up, Mercury?
What's up?
You're born and bred fucking keyboard warrior, bitch.
Yeah, I'm the one who did the bid. All you do is run your mouth.
I mean, so on the point of so what you went to jail for seems a lot more, like a lot less serious in a lot of ways than this sort of bull posting that the government's going to crack down on. Wouldn't you agree? Like you didn't do anything. You didn't do any public behavior to try to manipulate a ticker.
You can bull post, man. That shouldn't be illegal.
CNBC.
Oh, like here's what I push back against. People are like, he got arrested for posting a meme. Frog Twitter, and people on Twitter know memes are incredibly powerful. There are these like astroturfed campaigns.
Cry me a river. The guy's freedom of speech won. If he wants to lead a bunch of lambs to slaughter, let him lead a bunch of lambs to slaughter.
Well, RoaringKitty in particular, so deep fucking value is who we're talking about.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, he has a history of doing this where you can say his state of mind is he actually is just for some reason this weird GameStop bull.
Just real quick,
has like a body of work demonstrating that short.
I gotta go.
Why are you so concerned?
I got to go in 2 minutes. There's a long history of people who get a following in the stock market and then lose that following because their picks turn bad, right? And this goes back 100 years. And so this guy's got a following because his picks have been good.
It's incredible. Hey, but real quick before you go, because this is connected to the space you did yesterday.
Hurry up.
And okay, real quick to the point. You said yesterday that you went as far as creating a fake account just to convince people not to buy GME, AMC, and whatever, just for the fact that they don't lose money. Why are you so concerned then? Why are you making this space call? And I'm being level-headed over here because I was gonna curse the share of you, but I'm like, nah, let me hear the guy out. So why
Listen,
you keep doing this?
I have spare time. I love chatting on the internet. If you know my personality,
I appreciate your answer.
Yeah, 25 years. I love chatting on the internet. I love meeting people. I love popularity. I love talking to women. I love showing off my knowledge. I love just bullshitting. And obviously, this is a little bit of fun for me. It's a little bit of entertainment, but it's a serious topic. And I want people to understand how I look at investments. It's brought me a lot of popularity. It's brought me investors. It's brought me clout over the years. I think people have respected what I've had to say. So I've been right most of the time. I think I'm right here. I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. I'm going to be wrong again. It looks to me like an overvalued company that people are in it for the wrong reasons. I'm trying to teach people to go study the Gap versus GameStop. Go study BBWI versus GameStop and then decide what stock you want to buy. It seems to me like an easy choice. I'd pick GameStop last. Anyway, guys, thank you so much. I'll talk to you all next time, probably later tonight. See you later.